and welcome to my channel. My name is Marleen, and in today's video we are doing a bit of a Q&A. Will you believe that my channel has now been going for 2 years? Hi Lucy. My channel has now been going for 2 years, and I just want first of all to say a huge thank you to all of you guys who have followed me, especially from the beginning, but to all of you as well who comment, who watch my videos, who share my video on social media, who take part in all my other social medias as well. I could not do this without you guys, and I'm so grateful. But it has been requested that I do another Q&A. I haven't done one for about a year's time. I think the last one I did was for my first anniversary. So I thought, you know what, we'll do that and you guys can get to know me a bit better. Surprisingly enough, a lot of the questions that I have gotten through has actually been about bras. What size do I wear? Where do I get them? How do I get them fitted? Would I please share some videos about underwear and bras specifically? And to start backwards, no, there will be no videos on me doing underwear or lingerie or any of that sort of stuff. Why? Because I'm married and because I have kids. I have no need to share my lingerie with anybody else but my husband. As for my bras, I don't mind talking about it. I don't mind answering questions, but I have kids that don't want to see their mom on YouTube in her bra. It's just a no. On top of that, I'm not mainstream because I use a 36/38 double J. So I have a very large chest, and I think for me to do underwear in those sizes, it would be a very small audience that would want to see that or would need to see that. And although I am actually trained in fitting bras, so I can fit them, no bother whatsoever, it's just such an individual thing. And the best thing you can actually do if you need a bra is to go and get professionally fitted. If that's not possible, use bravissimo.com. That is where I shop my bras. I tend to stick to the one model because it's the one that fits me absolutely perfect. I play around with other styles, but I don't wear a lot of different bras, meaning I don't have a lot to say when it comes to bras. There wouldn't be a lot to show you in a video, even if I had wanted to share it to you. Another question, which also have to do with bras, is as a very busty lady too, can you recommend a strapless bra that actually stay up, and where do you buy your regular bras from? As I said before, I buy all my bras on bravissimo.com. I have tried other websites, but I just haven't found any other than the Darcy bra that actually fits me and sits perfect, hold my girls in place without being uncomfortable. As for strapless bras, I do own one which I bought on bravissimo.com as well. I don't think I've ever worn it out of the house, to be honest with you, because I tend to always buy stuff with straps. I don't find it comfortable. Does it stay up? Yeah, but again, I haven't worn it all that much. So I'm sorry, when it comes to this area, I just don't have a lot of expertise to share because my size is so unusual. So I'm really sorry, I can't help you. A lot of you have actually asked about my husband as well, which I think is quite cute. You were asking, would you ever get to meet him? And although I cannot foresee the future, I doubt very much that Kevin will be making an appearance. My husband is just not into social media. He doesn't use social media. He doesn't have Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or any of those things. But yeah, no, he has no interest in being in front of the camera with me. I'll keep trying. It could be fun for you guys to meet him. He's a lovely guy, absolutely lovely guy. But yeah, no, I don't think you'll ever get to meet him. I'm sorry. The next question is, how do you afford all the clothes, or do you send lots back? If so, are the companies okay with you doing that? And first of all, the company's been okay. Well, I've never had a complaint, that's for sure. But I always shop within the return policy, meaning check the return policy before you buy anything to make sure you can return it. And I don't buy stuff that I can't return. It's really that kind of simple. Do I spend a lot of money? Yes, I do. But when I started my channel, my husband and I sat down and we worked out a budget that we could afford comfortably. So I have a certain amount of money that I spend on my channel, and I kind of obviously recycle that money and keep it within our budget. So that's kind of handy enough. So do I return a lot? Yes, I do. About 95% of the pieces that I actually share with you here are returned. I do return them because if I'm to keep a piece, I have to be able to fit it perfectly. It has to be able to style it 3 ways, and it has to slot in with the existing pieces that I have in my wardrobe. Otherwise, I just don't keep it, simply because the sheer volume of stuff that I get through my door, it's just too much to keep it all. Now, as for all the stuff that I'm actually gifted, because obviously company gift me a lot of stuff, and that's my payment for doing the video, so I don't have to return it. A lot of that stuff I don't keep either, simply because it may not fit me perfect. It may not be my style or whatever. There could be many reasons why I don't keep it. Sorry, sweetheart. But I have a Facebook group and I have a Depop account where I resell the pieces that I don't keep. I link both here in the description box if you want to shop my closet. But that's what I do with the stuff, and that's kind of how I keep on top of it. And that leads me on to my next question. How do you clear out your closet with items you no longer want? How do you decide what to keep and what to let go? And it's actually quite simple for me because I'm a highly organized person and I do closet clear outs at least twice a year. A little tip I can give you is to go and put all your hangers backwards on your rails. And then when you use them, when they've been washed and you put them back into the wardrobe, hook the hanger over the rail, and that way you know when you come back in 6 months time that if it's backwards you haven't worn it. That's how I do it, and anything that's still after 6 months hanging backwards gets taken out and gets reviewed. Now there could be a load of reasons for why I haven't worn an item. In my case, most often it's just simply the sheer volume of clothes that I own. A lot of pieces I have that I mainly just use for styling, but they wouldn't be what I would be wearing for my everyday. So I kind of have pieces like that as well. But I go through everything. Every item in my wardrobe get looked over, and anything that's stained, discolored, kind of washed out or whatever, maybe have holes in it or whatever, all that gets discarded, recycled, and it can be replaced then if need be. But yeah, I do go through my wardrobe. How do I know what to keep and what not to keep? If I don't wear it, I don't keep it. It's simple as that. If I don't need it for anything, if I don't have any video ideas with it, I don't keep it. I'm not a sentimental person when it comes to these things, so I don't find it difficult. And as I say, because I have such a sheer volume of clothes, I resell as much as I possibly can. So that's kind of it. Next question is, what is your absolute favorite item you own and why? And do you have anything you would hope to have your whole lifetime? Have for my whole lifetime, probably just my wedding dress. I got married nearly 20 years ago and it's still hanging in my wardrobe. Absolutely beautiful dress. I still love it as much as the day I got married. I don't fit it any longer, but I do occasionally kind of just, even just looking at the bag that it hangs in makes me happy and reminds me of a fabulous day. So that I would probably have my entire lifetime, unless one of my girls maybe want to wear it. Other than that, I think it'll probably just hang in my wardrobe till the day I'm no longer here. As for, do I have a favorite item in my wardrobe and why? Yes, I do. My black blazer from ASOS. It was not expensive. It's a 50 quid blazer from ASOS, but when I put that blazer on, I just feel so confident. It's so comfortable. It goes with everything because it's a black blazer, and it's just me, if that makes sense. It's just, yeah. I just feel fantastic when I wear it, and it goes with everything. So that is my favorite piece. Now, one of my regulars, she sent me a short message with a question that said, Marleen, what inspires you? And it's a short and sweet question, but it kind of have a long answer. Sorry, I think all my questions have long answers. But basically, there's a lot of things that inspire me every single day. My main inspiration are my children, without a doubt, my children and my husband. I want to be better for them. I want to do better. I want to be a better mom. I want to be a better wife. But I look in the mirror every single day and I am reminded that I don't ever want to go back and feel the way that I used to 5 years ago before I started my journey. I have talked about this before. I used to hate my body beyond reason, absolutely hate my body because I was that little bit bigger and I thought that my worth was tied in my weight. And I look at myself now and I'm thinking, I don't ever want to go back there. And that is a daily inspiration for me to do better when I look in that mirror, if that makes sense. I want to be better. I want to be a better person. I want to feel better. I want to grow my confidence, and I want to work on my health and my body and all these sort of things as well. But the mindset of wanting to be a better person, that is what drives me every single day. When I then have my children and my husband and you guys, all the beautiful and wonderful messages I get through nearly every single day saying how I have in some small little way managed to help somebody or made them realize something or see something or learn something new, that's amazing. And I absolutely love that. And that pushes me to do even more videos and make them even better and come up with greater content and just keep working hard, because I absolutely love doing what I'm doing. I'd lie if I say if it wasn't hard work, because it's very, very hard work, but I absolutely love it and it's worth a lot. So it's down to all the people in my life, whether you are living in my phone or if you're here in my actual life, it's all down to you guys. Someone asked me, what is your passion besides doing YouTube? And obviously I'm very, very passionate about fashion and styling. I'm not really passionate about the trends, should I say. I'm more interested in about how clothes and an outfit and stuff can make you feel. I'm very, very passionate about the styling aspect of what I do, should I say. I'm obviously very passionate about my family life. I'm very passionate about my dogs and the life I have here. But I would say apart from that, I would say books. Books has been my main companion my entire life. I've never been very good at friends, never had a lot of friends in my life. But a book, yeah, a book is just special. You can disappear into a different world for a little while and set your imagination free. I used to love writing as well, but I don't do that anymore. Just don't really kind of have the passion for it anymore. I used to be a very, very passionate crafter. I absolutely love art, love creating art. But again, a few years ago, that kind of stopped. I haven't reasons for stopping it, but I even had a YouTube channel just for crafting. I still have it, just don't use it anymore. I'm obviously very, very passionate about martial arts and going to the gym. Unfortunately, that has been shelved now for the last year and a half now as well. But hopefully within a year's time, I should be back to both as well. So that's kind of my main passions. Yeah. Which YouTubers do you find inspiring? Any recommendations? Will you believe me if I tell you I actually rarely watch YouTube? I actually rarely watch anything. I don't even know how to turn on the TV in my own sitting room. That's being honest with you. I am far more of a reader. I love reading blogs. As I said before, I read books a lot. I am just far more into the written word than I am sitting watching stuff. How did I get into YouTube then? Would you say, well, why would you do that instead of writing? But it was simply just, I love talking more than I love writing. So this medium just suits my personality far better. But I will say that the people that inspired me in the beginning, unfortunately no longer does YouTube. And the people that inspire me now on YouTube, the couple of girls that I do follow, they do more styling and body positivity and all that kind of stuff, which inspires me now because that's the direction I kind of want to move into more than just doing hauls. I love doing hauls, don't get me wrong, absolutely love doing it. I'll never stop doing hauls, but I'm far more interested in the styling aspect of it, of the body positivity and how to feel better and the mental health aspect of it. So I will leave a couple of girls in the description box. I'll have a good think of who actually inspired me and then check out the description box then, all right? Another regular of mine is asking what was in fashion that you wore in your late teens. And Kathy, I'll be honest with you, I haven't got a bloody clue because I never paid no heed to fashion at all. Never really did. And that was even me doing an apprenticeship in a clothing shop. I just never really paid heed to it because it was a case of being able to wear what I could fit more than anything else. Always just been interested in the way the clothes made you feel. I wanted to feel comfortable. I wanted to feel like I looked good and put together and that it suited my body shape. So even back then I was doing what I'm doing now. I just didn't know it. But yeah, I haven't got a clue what was in fashion in my late teens. I'm born in the mid-70s, so yeah, that would have been the mid-90s. That's like Bratz dolls and stuff, wasn't it? Did people dress like that? I don't know. I was too busy getting an education. I didn't have time to worry about what I was looking like. So yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't got a clue. I think I've answered this already, but has fashion always been a love of yours or has the real passion for it come in the last few years? And as I said, I did my apprenticeship in Denmark in a clothing shop. So I've kind of been brought up with fashion close to my heart, I suppose, ever since I was in my late teens. But no, without a doubt, it has only really been the last couple of years I've really found the passion for styling and, you know, how it all affect our lives on our everyday basis. So yeah, that's, I would say definitely only just kind of the last couple of years. Someone asked me, what annoys you the most? What annoys me? A lot of things annoys me. I don't like mess. I don't like noise. Noise is probably the one thing that annoys me the most. In this household, it is headphones all the way for everybody because I don't like noise. I love making noise, but I don't like noise. So noise is probably what annoys me the most, actually. But it's because I don't have a great hearing. My hearing is a little bit reduced. So yeah, probably noise. Yeah. What else have I not answered? How are you with COVID? How am I with COVID? I am slowly getting better. It is a very, very, very slow process. I was very, very lucky that my lungs have not been damaged in any way. It is mainly the tiredness that is kind of the problem and the headaches. I still suffer a lot from headaches, but I have found ways to deal with it, as in I have to make sure I get my exercise, meaning my fresh air and my walks. And I have to get enough sleep. I have to avoid stress and noise at all costs. So I have to take extremely good care of me. But yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting there. I'm hoping within the next year, I should be back to my old self completely. Another of my regulars suggested that I do a reaction video to my old videos, and he's then asking, how do you feel about being your own subscriber? And honestly, a reaction video is not something that I've kind of have an interest in creating. For the main reason is I'm very much the kind of person that look forward and not backwards. Never forget what's behind you, learn from what's behind you, but I'm not going that way. And it would be cringeworthy to sit and watch, to be honest with you. I am very proud of every piece of work I have here on my channel, and if I wasn't, I wouldn't have it here. But who I was 2 years ago is not the person I am now. And yeah, no, I have no need to go back and revisit those videos. I really don't. How would I feel as my own subscriber? Honestly, I think I would have loved to see the evolution of myself, because I know how much I've changed. And it would be interesting to see somebody else, like, you know, looking at videos and see the person just merging into something new, blossom into a stronger and more confident self. Forgive me, maybe that sounds a bit big-headed, but I think I would have enjoyed following my own journey. And to be honest, the hours that a content creator spends on a finished product, you have to be proud of it by the time you put it up, because otherwise you're not going to stick it in this business. If you get a 10-minute finished video at the end that you're sitting watching, know that I have already put 24 hours work into it. That's, you know, if I was to cram all the hours together, on average, a video probably takes from beginning to end about 24 hours. So you have to be proud of your work. Otherwise, you'd simply just lose interest in it and you'd lose the passion for it. Because as I mentioned, I don't make a living out of doing YouTube. It is my full-time job doing YouTube, because I'm hoping one day I can make a living of it. But you have to be passionate about what you do, and you have to be proud of the work that you put out. So I think I would enjoy being my own subscribers, but a reaction video, no. Before I dive into my last questions, I need to touch upon this, because apparently there's a lot of interest in this subject, since I have about 6, 7 or something inbox messages about this, my weight. All I'm going to say on this subject is this channel is a weight topic free zone. I touched upon weight loss in the Q&A that I did for my first anniversary. I will link it in the description box along with all the other information. So if you want to go and watch it and hear my opinions about weight loss and all that sort of stuff, you can go and watch it there. I do not want to go into the topic of weight, because it's a trigger point, not just for me, but for a lot of people that watches me. And I want my channel to be a safe space for people with weight related issues. So for that subject, go and watch a video, the Q&A from my first anniversary. And other than that, my weight is my business and my business alone. Your weight is your business and your business alone. And it's not going to be on my fashion channel. And so we are on to a final question, and I have saved this for last because I absolutely love it. Is there anything else you would like to do on YouTube away from clothes haul? I think you would be good at starting your own business, Marleen, helping people dress nicely, suitable to their shape. First of all, thank you very much. First, would I like to do anything else but hauls? I want to stay in the fashion aspect of it. I want to definitely do more body positivity and talk about the mental health aspect of it, which I've kind of left behind for a while. But I will never leave the hauls because I absolutely love doing them. But I do want to focus far more on the styling aspect of it. I love styling. It's what I'm absolutely passionate about. You know how I love my capsule wardrobes, and getting a good versatile piece that you can style up several times or several different ways. Absolutely passionate about it. And with that, I will leave you with a little secret for today. First of all, thank you to everyone who sent in questions. I really appreciate. But my little secret that we're going to end up with today is I'm currently in the process of setting up my own business. It's going to be a long process. I have a lot to learn, but I do want to set up my own business, a styling business where I can help other people find their own true self in their style, because I'm absolutely passionate about it. However, in the meantime, if you want to see more of what I have on offer here on my channel, I will leave a playlist for you right here. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, but I'll see you in the next video. Bye!